What's up, guys? Very nice way to start the Monday. Traded the same electric vehicle stocks, except today, my focus coming into Monday pre-market was trade the larger cap electric vehicle stocks, specifically XPEV, LI, and NIO. And a couple of the smaller stocks were on watch on the side. As you guys know, last Thursday and Friday I took some losses. Even though they weren't detrimental, it was still tiring and draining on my mind. So I took the weekend to recover, and coming in today pre-market, the goal was not to make back the losses. It's just to trade well and trade my plan. And I'm very happy to say that, I am ending the day green. I still have some positions open, but let's go over some trades right now. So as I said, I was watching the XPEV and NIO for long. Those are, if you look at a daily chart, all of those stocks on the daily, they're all, pretty much breaking out to the upside. Lee, I was long, starting early here around $42, and then added on the dips. You can see we dipped to 41.20s, but we held that level. And 41.20s and 41s, these were pre-market levels, and that's why I was going in long. Now, if we break down 41s, then I will get out for a loss. It's not just adding in until averaging down until you're right. It's about building a position on dips. So that's how I was doing. Sold some into the 42s, re-added some more. You can see I'm not afraid to go back in to add as long as it holds, right? You can see it's holding that prior level around 42s, and that's why I added some. Now I should have sold into the 43s, but I was trying to let it work, trying to be more patient with it. And over here, I sold some more. Entire market was pulling a little bit just to trim my position. I want to keep a core position long, but I don't want to get dumped on if the entire sector rolls over together. And I re-added back here, re-added some more, trim my position, and I added some more very near the top. Should have sold into 44s. Again, I was just trying to be patient. So it ended up being a little bit minimized, but I was a little bit more patient with my trade on NIO. I did give back some unrealized, and then this is why I got out all of it pretty much. So, still green on the long side on this name. Could have been more if I had sold into 44s, especially if I had added pretty much from 41, 42, 42 40s, and then 42 80s, and then 43s. Really should have sold into 44s. So I minimized some profits, but still very green on the long side on this trade. The whole idea is to buy on the dips and join the trend and sell into any parabolic move. But for LI, I don't think we're done yet. But at the same time, you're also seeing that, this level around 44s, it's kind of being sold into. And we didn't get the true parabolic upside that I had really wanted. We'll see. There might be a play on this during power hour. So next stock is the stock I'm a lot more patient on. And I also entered a lot later than LI, right? In the early beginning of the morning, 9:30 to about 10:30s, I was in LI. But for NIO, I was looking at it, trading it along with LI and also XPEV. I'm seeing that, okay, they're trying to hold this $52 level. $52 level over here. Once that holds, we can really have some nice upside to test all-time highs around, you can see 54 tens and potentially higher. And that's why I went in long. The whole idea is to join the trend. As long as the trend is intact, I want to stay in. The whole idea, I kind of want to stay in for the entirety of today. So we'll see. You can see I'm up a little bit over $1 a share, but I'm really looking for the $54. We'll see what happens. You can see just this is kind of what I call a trend joining kind of play. If you just look at the dips around here, the dips are getting bought back up. And that's why I didn't stop out over here, right? This is just another dip level to the trend line. As long as it holds, then I'm going to stay in it long. Let's say later on, if we break down, let's say we break down 53, we break down 52.50s, then I'll potentially look at, okay, I should either take profit for a smaller win or cut the entirety of my long position. But we'll see. I'm a lot more patient with NIO because it's a stock that I've traded many times in the past before on the long side. Now next, this is a smaller name, BLNK. As you guys remember, this is my biggest loss from Friday. Lost about $2,000 on this, something like that. But overall on Friday I was down about a little bit, like $4,000. But today I was actually neutral on this. I did short it just over here, but I actually made more money on the long side on BLNK. I had the scalp just on the short side, the opening breakout move around 28. I started in around 27.30s, added at 28, pretty much gave me a 27.60s average, just a scalp, and covered into this. Should have covered down here, but I was a little bit too late on the hotkeys. Covered here, and when I covered, if you look at this level, $27, I can see they're holding this. 27 is also pre-market highs. What I was trying to say is I'm not as convinced on the long side on BLNK as I was on NIO and LI, and also XPEV, but I didn't get to trade XPEV. So I had a small position. I was kind of scared, not gonna lie, and I sold most of it already at 27.30s. I was thinking, okay, if we really break out and hold the trend, then I'll keep on, adding on small dips. Same idea as LI. This one, I was, even though I did add on dips here, 27s, sold all of my longs, and we went in again, smaller size, 29, 70s. You can see we dipped down here. I was gonna stop out. I don't want to give back too much of my long profit, but it ended up, the same idea as Lee, right? It held the trend. So I was selling into the pushes, and then, re-adding back some on the dips, and I was trying to, see if we can get the $33 parabolic. We didn't get that. So I was actually out of my entire long position here. Over here, $31, $30. So that whole long trade was the biggest trade on BLNK for me today. The short was just a scalp. Now over here is actually why I went in short again. You can see we rejected the 32.50s area. I was thinking $33 could potentially be the harder resistance. But if you just look at a chart, right? Basic technical analysis, double top over here, 33.50s, right? So if I'm going in short, small position, I'm not as small position. Remember, this is a stock got squeezed down on Friday. Small position, I got a nice scalp down here around $1. So pretty much, only 50 cents. And then after I covered, I was covering here, as you can see, because this is the whole idea that there's a uptrend over here. If you draw a trend line from the dips here, and over here, pretty much a trend line, right? That's why I was covering here, thinking that, okay, they're probably gonna hold the trend, $31 and go up higher, but it didn't. So pretty much I was not in short anymore. I wish I was staying in on the short side under 29, but I wasn't. So after it breaks down to VWAP, that's why I went in long again. Same idea. It's still in the hot sector. Volume is still intact. You can see on the daily volume, we're trading around 53 million shares. So, and you can look at here, right? Some small support around 29s. That's why I went in long, got a nice upside to 29.80s and sold all of it into $30. So pretty much scalps afterwards, right? I'm long on the front side. This could potentially be the back side. I'm just scalping on the long and then the short over here. Now, this is where things, got very interesting. Citron came in with a tweet, giving BLNK a $1 price target. The stock did flush from $30 down to 27s pretty much. But you have to understand, if you look at Solo, Citron did the same thing on Friday. Last Friday, Solo dumped pre-market, and then the weakness actually got bought back up because after all, we're still in the hot sector, right? So so after Citron's tweet, a lot of times it makes the short side actually more difficult because if you think about it, they probably loaded up short up here around 32s, 31s, and then they tweeted a short call and the stock dumps. Do you think they probably covered some? Let's be real here. And for a lot of novice traders who just follow these Twitter alerts blindly, they're probably shorting down here. They probably chased it thinking that, Citron said it's going back to $1. I better get in short now at $28 and it's going back to $10. It's not gonna work like that. Not usually anyways. A lot of times these short tweets depends on The stock, of course, depends on the market cap, depends on the market condition. But for a stock like BLNK, that's why I actually went in long after the Citron tweet. I let it dump. I wasn't trying to pick bottoms. I let it, seeing some wick at the bottom being bought back up. That's why I went in long around $28, 28.10s, 28.20s, thinking that we're gonna get a nice bounce to $29. We didn't get $29, right away, and unfortunately, I sold into 28.70s and I got stopped out on the rest in case this pulls again. But this kind of move was what I was looking for, right? I wish I held, but I didn't. You can see pretty much after I sold, it double bottomed around here, 27.80s, double bottom, and then got bought back up and squeezed to 29 and then 29.80s. So you just have to be careful which side you're on. And, whether you're long or short, there's a play for everyone. But you don't want to be chasing short into the weakness, and you don't want to be buying breakouts into the parabolic moves. So there's some tips for you. The whole, Citron, if you look at the performance of the tweet on solo, you'll kind of get the idea why I went long on BLNK. So the last stock we're gonna go over is my usual favorite, MRNA. The stock gapped up to 101, 102s. The same idea. I played this twice last week. Same idea, same executions if you take a look, except today I wasn't as aggressive. And I kind of got out a little bit too early because there were a lot of the other electric vehicle stocks, the large caps, I was looking to long. So that's why I didn't stay as patient as I should have. You can see it went all the way down to $98. That would have been nice. But I got the pop from 101.5s down to 150s, and then the low I got was $99.90. So that's a decent short for me, and I got stopped out on the rest. I actually tried to go long here, but it was just taking a little bit too long. You can see the long I did around 101.40s. I sold for like 2 cents, and the stock just dropped afterwards. So my only position left is NIO on the long side from here, 52.20s. My price target is 54s. We'll see if we get that. But potentially, if we break out above 54s, you can see this daily wick. If we break out above that, this stock could actually go even higher. Alright, so let's answer some questions. The first question from JH: how long did it take you to earn enough to make such large trades where losing $5,000 is still your risk management comfort zone? So let me clarify. Losing $5,000 is within my risk, but I'm not saying it's fun. Okay, like there's a difference. Some people will say that, it's 5,000, 6,000, 20,000 is nothing. It's within my risk profile, but $5,000 is still a bummer, right? So just to clarify that, $5,000, I still value that money. It's not like, it's nothing. I wish I can just be like, $5,000. This is
nothing. Just let me rake it rain Lambos.
But if you're a brand new trader, starting out with day trading, you definitely don't want to risk $5,000. Even if you have a $50,000 account because you're a baller, if you're a new trader, trade with small amounts and gain some consistency first before sizing up. Because if you cannot trade with 100 shares, you will not be able to trade with 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares. So keep that in mind, okay? Next question is from Feifei. Hi HT, please answer this question. Okay, I shall. Do you need to be good at maths to be good at day trading? The short answer is no, absolutely not. Day trading, the only math I ever use is calculating share sizes, and I do that on my calculator. So you don't need to be good at math, but what you really need is discipline. That's the main thing. You need to have a grasp of discipline. You need to be able to cut your losses. You need to be able to be patient with your process and with your trading journey. But yeah, you don't need to be good at math unless you're writing these trading bots or trading algos, and maybe. But for the kind of trading I do, the momentum kind of trade, you do not need to be good at maths. Last question from Nelly. As a day trader, do you keep some good stocks for long-term investment? If yes, what are they? So yes, I definitely still invest long-term with completely separate accounts, right? You want to keep your day trading and investing accounts separate. And I've done a video on that, so if you want to know more about this, make sure to check that out. But if we're talking about individual stocks, for my long-term portfolio, I only have about 20% in individual stocks, and those will be stocks like Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, and then and Tesla, of course, individual stocks, and a few other ones that's not working so well. But that's why, it's a very small portion of the portfolio. But the bigger amounts of my portfolio are in index funds, low-cost ETFs, index funds for the entire S&P 500, the entire QQQ, and also some dividend ETFs. So that's what I kind of do. And I also have some other investments outside of the stock market, of course. But yeah, it's because I'm trading all these such volatile stocks on a day-to-day basis. I want to make sure my long-term investment, I can be very hands-off and stress-free. So all my contributions are done automatically every single month. So I never have to touch it, basically. So yeah, looks like my $54 NIO trade just got sold. I still have about 1/4 position left. We'll see what happens. But I'm locking in very nice profit and ending very green on Monday. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to drop a like at the bottom of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.